Are these people harassing you?
Harassing him? We're his parents!
I told you, Mother. This is for your protection.
Protection? From what, exactly?
He just got back from Delphi. Spoke with the Oracle. Been out of his mind ever since.
She revealed my prophecy. My mind has never been more clear. She said I would do unspeakable things to my parents. That Mother's blood would stain the earth. And Pater will scream to the gods in agony.
Oracles and prophecies do more harm than good. You should listen to your gut. What are you doing?
Listening to my gut. And it's telling me my parents will suffer if you don't help me.
Here we go.
You could save my parents from my vicious wrath.
You don't have a vicious bone in your body.
Quiet, Pater. Me and the Messios are talking. My sword and shield. Gifts from Mater and Pater. We must return them to my parents, so they can defend themselves from my ferocious temper.
All right, Supidio. I'll get these weapons for you. For a price.
Of course. My parents will gladly pay you for your troubles.
What?
What?
Seek out Costa, the village blacksmith. I brought him the sword to be sharpened not too long ago.
And the shield?
This will be trickier. I'll explain when you return from the blacksmith.
Can't wait.
It's for your own good.
You are being superstitious.
You mustn't free me. These ropes are the only thing between my parents and my wrath. Please, Messias, go see the blacksmith.
Mercenary, eh?
Eros on Earth! My name is Costa, at your service.
Alexios.
Whatever you need, name it, it's yours. I could bend some metal for you, oil those rippling muscles, fix that broken spear.
I'm looking for a sword. Belongs to Supidio.
Ah, Supidio. Love that boy. Bit on the thin side, if you ask me. His parents feed him nothing.
Yes. Well, he needs his sword back.
And I'd love to give it to you. His sword, I mean. But I can't just hand over swords to every gorgeous warrior who walks by.
Just give me the sword, or I'll make this a day you'll never forget.
Oh, there's no need to get all heated. Tell you what, I'm drinking wine with someone special tonight. And I'd really like to make a good impression. But there's a small problem. My spear is also broken.
What a shame.
But there are special flowers in the forest beyond Xerxes' military fort, planted by Aphrodite herself. They really help to, reforge, if you know what I mean.
Fine, I'll get the flowers and you'll give me the spear. I mean, sword. Don't go anywhere.
Come on.
That should be enough to stoke the blacksmith's flame.
Gorgeous, Misthios. You take my breath away. Did you bring the flowers?
Can't even go flower picking without some beast trying to kill me. But yes, I have them.
Perfect. This will make tonight a night to remember.
I'm very happy for you. Now, what you promised.
Of course, of course. I was just wondering, since we're here, what if I took the flowers now? There's a clean spot in my shop where we could,
I'm only here for the sword. I did what you asked. Now hand it over.
You break my heart, Misthios. But I'll make good use of the flowers. Here's the sword, as I promised.
I should get this back to Supidio's parents before he does anything stupidio.
Misthios, you've returned. Did you bring the sword?
I did.
Thank the gods. I knew I could count on you. But this is only one of the items I needed. And I have 2 parents.
So tell me about this shield.
Well, according to my parents, it was stolen while I was visiting the Oracle of Delphi.
Stolen? It's as good as gone then.
I overheard Mater and Pater whispering about it. They mentioned the cave beyond the Red Lake. Talked about the thief as if they knew her.
Strange.
Go to the cave, Misthios. Bring me back my shield. Only then will my parents be truly safe from my fury. Find the cave.
That's
Near
the last
Red
one,
Lake.
crew! Let's go get paid! Time to find this thief.
Supidio mentioned a cave beyond the Red Lake. Strange that his parents knew this. They should get the shield back themselves.
There she is. This must be the cave. Perfect hiding spot for a thief.
You don't stand a chance!
We should slit their throats and take whatever they have left.
That family is off limits to you, Monarchus. Either you touch a hair on their heads, I'm going to cut off your hands and make you push-ups in the salt.
Just die!
This shield should be enough to protect Supidio's parents from his deadly wrath.
Mislios! At last! Did you find the shield?
I did. Now you can protect yourself from the prophecy.
So, you found the thief?
Oh yes, cut her in half. She won't steal anything from anyone ever again.
And what about the blacksmith?
He's fine. Could use a cold bath, but he's fine.
Thank the gods.
Thank you, Mislios. You spared my parents from my wrath. Now, if you would release me.
Actually, there's something your mother and I have to tell you. Your parents are...
Ahem. Very happy to have such a caring son to protect us. Thank you, Mistios. We're all fine now.
Odd family.
Life is already...
Hippocrates, you know it's unwise to upset a patient.
He asks me to end his life when he knows I can't.
Messias, please help me. I'm in such terrible pain.
You cannot simply ask someone to kill you in my presence. I'm your physician. I will not allow it. I can ease your pain, analyze your symptoms, and try to cure you. But that's all.
Life is about choice, and we should all be able to choose for ourselves when we leave this world.
And I will. Once I know my family's future is secured.
Secured how?
My family is one of the richest in Thebes, and we have many rivals. When I die, my son will become the head of our house. He's just a boy. I need to ensure they can't take advantage of my death.
I'll deal with your rivals, and give your son a fighting chance.
Thank you, Misthias. If you steal their assets, it will weaken their position and prevent them from posing a threat to my family. That will buy my son time.
What do I need to steal?
To really weaken them, steal their debt registry, the mortgage testimonials, and their collection of fine jewels.
Where do I need to go?
Their estate is nearby. It's one of the most finely decorated homes in all of Thebes. Except for mine, of course.
Why not just kill them, and remove the threat for good?
If they're weakened, they won't pose a threat to my family's position. If they're removed, another family will rise up to take their place and still pose a threat. This solution keeps my family safe and their position secure.
Stealing isn't normally what I'm paid for, but I'll get it done.
If doing this helps bring him some semblance of peace, I will pray for Tiki to watch over you.
head out one night and find them. I'll kill them all myself and get all the blood.
Yeah, whatever you say.
They're just Athenians after all. They could train their whole lives and never...
That should be everything worth taking. I've done what you asked. Your family's position will be secure for quite some time.
You have given me hope that my name will live on long after I'm gone. All I can ask the gods for now is that my son lives a longer and happier life than I. I'm in your debt.
You don't owe me a thing. Really.
Now, it pains me to ask, but I need your help with one more thing.
I know what you want to ask.
This disease will claim me, be it today or another in the future. It's a matter of when, not if.
Hippocrates won't just let me kill you.
No, but he listened to you. If you can convince him it's what's best for me, he might change his mind. I don't want to slowly waste away. I want to die in peace, while my family remembers me in a good light.
I'll talk to him for you.
I appreciate your help. You've shown me more kindness in the last few days than most have my entire life. Now I must rest.
If you have a moment...
He seems to be resting peacefully now.
Yes, you helped ease his mind, but he'll never truly be at peace until he takes his last breath.
When will that be?
It's hard to tell. Judging by his symptoms, it'll be sooner rather than later. I can lessen his pain, but to do so, I'll need some hemlock.
I'll collect the ingredients you need.
Thank you. It won't stop the pain entirely, but I hope it'll help him feel more comfortable.
He doesn't want to feel better. He wants to die with some dignity.
True dignity would be fighting through this, so I can analyze his symptoms further.
He wants to die, and he's in pain. You should respect his right to choose, instead of treating him like an experiment. What you're doing is wrong.
I will not be lectured on the morality of my work by a sellsword. I have a responsibility, like all healers, to use my knowledge for the betterment of others.
Hemlock is rare. Where do you harvest it?
It grows all across Viotia, but check near the tumulus of Platea. I'm sure I saw some when I was last there.
Why are you treating him with poison? Hemlock is deadly.
Only in the wrong dosage. If my observations are correct, it should lessen the pain racking his body.
I'll get the hemlock you need. That's what I'm looking for. That looks like hemlock. I got the hemlock you wanted.
Thank you. I know this task was a little beneath you, but it will help my friend here. I've prepared the elixir base, but I need you to grind the herb and add it to the mixture.
I think I can handle that.
Be mindful of the amount you add. While the hemlock is an excellent pain inhibitor, too much can be lethal.
Gods protect you, Pentios.
Come now, Pentheus. We must check to see how your symptoms are progressing. Pentheus? Pentheus! What? What's happened? He shouldn't have died yet. What did you do?
I did what I knew was right, and what you couldn't do.
It wasn't your place. I needed more time. There was still more I could have learned.
Keeping him alive so you can study him isn't right. He was in pain and wanted to die.
My job was to save his life, not end it. I chose to not help Galeos, and I was
You
wrong.
and I both know that's not why you kept him alive. Stop hiding the truth behind your code.
You're right. I knew I couldn't bring myself to end his life. But I thought the more I learned, the better chance I would have of saving others in the future.
It was a noble cause.
Treating patients should come before studying ailments, but I have a higher calling. If I'm to learn all I can, I need to travel and analyze the conditions other physicians are treating.
Good luck, Hippocrates. I hope our paths cross again in the future.
You there. You have a kind soul. Help an old man buy his next meal.
You need it more than me. Here, take it.
A generous gift. Thank you. What do they call you, stranger?
I'm Alexios. And you?
Just a simple beggar. I sailed from Persia to see the beauty of the Greek world.
I can do many things, Persian, but I can't restore sight.
Nor would I want you to. My blindness is a burden that the gods have given me to carry, and I will.
Then what?
Be my eyes. When I was a boy, an Athenian told me the most beautiful tales of your lands. I would love to hear them again. Would you go see the places I never was able to, and return to tell me the tale of your adventures?
I'm not much of a storyteller, but I will be your eyes.
I knew I sensed kindness in you. You've made this old Persian happy again.
Don't thank me yet. What places do you wish you could have seen?
My favorite tales were always of the Acrocorinth. The statues of Zeus in Athena, the perch of the armored bird in Arcadia, and of course, the mysterious mound Taigetos.
So tell me what you know about the statue of Zeus.
Its great boat stood ready to punish the Kephalonians below. Or so I was told.
I've seen Kephallonia, from the statue of Zeus.
Tell me, is it still a place of great beauty?
Yes, the island is beautiful. From the statue of Zeus, you can see the sea hitting the white beaches and mountains covered in green. But its people suffer because of the war.
Just how it was described to me. The gods simultaneously bless the land and curse the people. Even for gods, your gods are cruel, Misthios.
Okay, I've told you what I remember. Now tell me about yourself. What's a Persian doing here?
Persia and the Greek world are doomed to be opposites. In times of prosperity here, Persians always seem to suffer. And when you're at war with yourselves...
Persians know peace?
Indeed. My people prospered after King Xerxes was murdered. All except for me. A man tried to kill me with poison, which is how I lost my sight. I fled and arrived here.
So there's a price on your head. Now I'm interested.
There was, though there isn't anymore. Now then, tell me another tale, and I'll tell you more of my past.
There are many statues to Athena. Which one do you mean?
In my mind, there is only one. Her story always began. As we rounded the hilltops, we could see Athens bustling below us, and Athena above, matching our gaze.
You'll be glad to know I've been to the statue of Athena at the Acropolis.
If only I could have been there to feel her presence. Would you describe her to me?
If Athens is a city of statues, then Athena is their guardian. She stands high above everything, on guard over the city.
Yes, not just standing tall to protect Athens, but to serve as a reminder of the suffering those poor people endured during the invasion.
Your turn to tell me something. You said a man tried to kill you.
The man who rose up to kill the tyrant Xerxes was named Darius. He was of a new creed of killers, unlike any Persia had known. He was also the man hired to kill me.
A killer of kings, hired to kill a simple blind man. Why?
I have your interest, do I? Tell another tale, and I will too.
The Acrocorinth? Don't tell me. It's in Corinthia.
Smart guess. It is the most renowned temple to Aphrodite, your goddess of all life's most pleasurable trivialities.
I've traveled to the Acrocorinth. From there, I could see all of Corinthia.
I can only wonder at what the worshippers of Aphrodite do to pay her tribute.
The Aetera keep the spirit of Aphrodite alive, usually well into the night.
Exactly as your goddess deserves. When I was younger, I'd lie awake dreaming of what it would be like to go worship, of course.
Now that's out of the way, you owe me a tale. You said the king killer Darius was hired to kill you too?
He was. By my brother.
Your brother? None of this is making any sense, old man.
I trust you. So I will tell you. My brother and I are the last living sons of King Xerxes.
Impossible. That would make you a king.
I was. My name was Artaxerxes. I guided Persia through a time of peace. But my brother wanted the throne and plotted my death. Now, I hide here, exiled, living the life of a simple beggar. I will tell you more. But first...
Yes, yes, a tale for a tale. You did say Mount Taygetos, didn't you?
You sound like you know that place. I have heard tales of its appetites. They say the mountain feeds on the suffering of Spartans, so the people there offer their own children to the mountain god for sacrifice.
That's not exactly right. I returned to Mount Taygetos.
Returned? Tell me, did you meet the mountain god who devours Spartan children?
The mountain is just a mountain like any other. What makes Taygetos a place of suffering is the people there.
That is true of all the world's worst places.
When I was a child,
I could tell from the moment I met you that you carried the burden of suffering. Let it stay in the past.
Now you tell me, King Artaxerxes, how can I believe your story? You don't exactly look like royalty.
Well, that's the point. I am hiding.
Show me proof.
I could. You see, I knew a man named Themistocles.
The Athenian general. I heard stories about him being ostracized from Athens.
Over petty politics. He came to Persia to me, looking for refuge. I was king, but only a boy. He spent his days learning Persian and telling me stories of his home. Places like the Acrocorinth, Mount Taygetos.
The places you wished you could see.
I loved the tales and loved Themistocles like a father. He was kinder to me than Xerxes ever was. Tell me one last tale, and I'll tell you where he hid his treasure.
What do you remember about this armored bird in Arcadia?
There's a beast made of armor, jutting out from the mountainside, overlooking Lake Stymphalos and the undulating fields, stretching like waves on a golden sea all across Arcadia.
I'll be back with stories to tell.
As soon as you've seen one location, please return.
Papyrus says it was written by Themistocles, the Athenian general. A note. Written by Themistocles. Who knew the great general was also a poet? Could this be writing by Themistocles?
This is it. Let's hope Heracles killed all of the Stymphalian birds.
I could hear your footsteps. Welcome back.
If you'd like to hear about the bird, I could describe it to you.
Nothing would make me happier.
It's a majestic statue, built from the blades of fallen soldiers. It's so high above Stymphalos and the golden fields below. Up there, I could forget there was a war.
So it is as it was told to me. The bird commemorates Heracles' fight against chaos, built on a place of calm. Hopefully, one draws out the best in the other.
So, I've been to the 5 places Themistocles told you about in his tales.
For that, my soul will be eternally grateful. As for my tale, Themistocles died peacefully in Persia, as one of us. I promised him I'd see the places he told me about. His stories will live on in me. And now you.
And what of your story?
I let the people believe Darius succeeded in killing me, so I could escape.
Artaxerxes, there's something else you should know.
Yes?
My grandfather was Leonidas of Sparta.
That means...
Your father, King Xerxes, killed my grandfather.
Then you're bound by blood to avenge him.
Artaxerxes, false king! These Misthios led me right to you. Time to finish what I started.
Alexios, please!
Stand behind me. Artaxerxes, are you hurt?
Despite being bound by honor to avenge Leonidas, you saved me. Thank you.
I had no choice. That man wanted you dead. Must have been another one of your executioners.
It was. If he doesn't return to Persia, my brother will send another, then another. It's time this old man accepts his fate.
You're a brave man, Artaxerxes.
A trait I learned from Themistocles. Now, as for you, I owe you payment.
Well, I did save your life, and I went on an adventure for you, Your Highness.
You did. And in your retelling, I felt like Themistocles was speaking through you. For your reward, go to the tomb in Salamis, where Themistocles hid his treasure. It will be near where he made his triumphant stand against my father's navy.
Τι τάχιστα με απελψίν!